Hello there, my fellow Frostwardens. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to the final episode of RimWorld Frostwardens. Episode 107, Atomic Ark and the Deep Freeze. Alright, improvements to the pillars, preventing the roof being held up between them. Unfortunately, the ID did not fully destroy the columns. The columns had a little bit too much HP, and I'll fix that going forward. I can just punch the columns a little bit so they collapse. I should have done that ahead of time. There. And the columns aren't in home zone, so the columns will not be will not be repaired on purpose. It's too bad there isn't something like... Actually, I think vaguely I remember maybe it was a bug that got fixed, but I remember at one point like doors could hold up roofs. I suppose I could test that. Yeah, let's just have a weird test. Talenus, thank you for the resub. Split the roof, I already did. I'm surprised you didn't see me do it. And now we just have a lot of repair and replace. But, none of the plasteel mini turrets got destroyed from the triple launcher, so that was pretty cool. Oh yeah, I was right. The cloth flap can hold up. Yeah, so you could have just put like cloth flaps, which would... Ow! Yeah, it works. Okay. Yeah, duh. Sorry, Fangface. Almost cut your head off with a cloth flap. My bad! It worked. I mean, it's functional. I can guarantee it. His head almost fell off. So, can confirm. So yeah, if you're looking to do this, don't use wooden columns because they don't explode from one ID. Use cloth flaps or something like it, and that has almost no HP, and you'll get insta-collapsing madness much more easily. We're there. All right, I'm using dev mode. Technically speaking, it's supposed to take... It's supposed to take a year, but I decided for this stream it'd be half a year because it's more sensible. And we're going to need 2 art components, 8 advanced components, which we have plasteel, and that is it. This is the final upgrade, getting the Atomic Ark. Yeah, or just a wooden wall, true. Don't go nowhere. The reason I have them all lined up is in-game, it's supposed to be that the Atomic Ark is maintainable for everyone. And basically what I'm trying to emulate here is that Fishpick is explaining to them what he's doing so that anyone at this point forward can maintain the system. And as you can see, there's no more upgrades. Well, I know my face is in the way. There's no more upgrades. This is the final upgrade. And in order to celebrate this achievement, we're going to generate so much power it's ridiculous. $927,000 watts. Yup. Yup. Good luck trying to use that in an average colony. You're gonna struggle. That is a lot of power. So, I did allude to this at the start of the stream. Finally, the last of the upgrades has been accomplished. And just in time. Through sweat, toil, blood, and loss, our stalwarts and our pilgrims have persevered. Only for a tragic cold snap to set in. This is the finale. How will we fare? I don't know how cold it's going to get, but let's see how cold it does. It is September, and I'm hoping for it to get real cold, but I don't know if it will. I might need to cause a few more cold snaps. I'll give it a minute. Does it still leak radiation? No, it's in safe mode. We could put it in, we could put it, if we wanted to, into hazard mode, but, like, I'm not going to be doing that. Oh, right. I forgot about the toxic fallout. It's making all these corpses really awful to look at. And I think I'm going to need to make... let's do a few more cold snaps. There we go. We should be getting to properly cold temperatures. Oh, hold on. Properly cold temperatures now. What happened there? That was weird. So it is... Oh, Jesus. I think... Okay, guys, it's time to be behind the walls now. Time to close the entrances to our city, and I'm going to create a new zone. It's going to be called the Warm Zone. I think you might be able to tell why. The Warm Zone is going to include places like the stockpile, because we won't have to be there for very long. But the Warm Zone is basically the survivability zone. Basically, if you stray outside of this area, you're gonna likely die. So, I don't know if we can do tomb visiting. I kind of hope we can, but I'm not honestly 100% sure that that is true. So I'm painting this new zone because, the Great Storm is upon us. And I might need to shut down access to the deep drill and other areas. We'll see. Might need more heaters? I might. So the toxic fallout has settled, but is negative 175 Fahrenheit out. Negative 115 Celsius. And you know what? I lied, it's colder. I wanted to get to about negative 150 Celsius, which would be Frostpunk temps, thereabout. So let's see if we can push it to the Frostpunk temps. I might need to just keep snapping. But, yeah, things are frighteningly cold, as you can see. Yep. our bedrooms are not... yep, there goes the farm. So, JD. Let's close some of the more critical doors. Let's forget about this room. It's negative 164. Okay. Frostpunk temps have been achieved. I like how the warmest room in the base happens to be the, like, Pilgrim Hall. Like, what? I do want a raid to show up. You know what would happen to the raiders? The same thing that happens to everything else in negative 166 Celsius. Death. What temp does oxygen freeze? Oxygen, oh no, okay. Oxygen isn't frozen yet. Oxygen apparently freezes in negative 218 Celsius. But carbon dioxide certainly would freeze. I mean, carbon dioxide freezes like negative 86 Celsius or something? What is it? Temp that CO2 freezes, negative 78 Celsius. Hey, Tarmarin, thank you for the resub. Oh, and anniversary resub too. So it's not exactly toasty in our base, but it's survivable. With all the heaters that we have. The bedrooms, less so. So I'm going to add a few more heaters in this bedroom. And they're throwing a party? What is this? Like a... How do you even drink beer at this temperature? With a spoon? Crimson, thank you for the gifted subs. Liquid nitrogen? We're almost at liquid nitrogen. That would be weird. What would be left? I mean, between... If we got it down to like negative 200 Celsius, there'd just be oxygen left in the environment. That would be kind of scary. Because then everything would be super flammable, realistically. Right? If you have an oxygen environment... If your atmosphere is normally mostly nitrogen, oxygen, and a little bit of carbon dioxide, and it gets so cold that the nitrogen and carbon dioxide freezes out of the environment, all you're left with is oxygen. And in a 100% oxygen environment, well, realistically, with a nuclear explosion, like, the entire base would explode, because any spark and the whole thing would go up. The atmosphere would be flammable, and flammable to the point where, like, oh, here we go. Yes! Yes! Oh, all right, I'm gonna be blue for this. Enjoy! Yeah, come siege me. Good luck with that. I'll let you build. I won't interrupt. These guys came in like muffalo wool, pinniped, and they're dead. Now I know why they're partying. They're partying because we are warm enough in our base and the raiders are just insta-dying. Shortest raid in history? Yeah, just about. Now the real question is, can we get it warm enough to not ruin our beer? I'm trying to heat up the farm. It's difficult. I mean, it is negative 100 or 259 Fahrenheit out. It's a wee bit chilly. I don't think I'm trying to farm. That's the ultimate goal. Can we farm? Just keep adding heaters. A farm per corn. Yeah, we do have the power to run as many eaters as one. That is true. Come on, farm. Oh, it's above freezing. Yeah, we're farming. Arc-powered cold snap. Yeah, that's what this is. At this point, we can also, well, take off our line stuff. We no longer need it. Our arc is radiation insulated, and that allows the bunny to move around if it wants. Animals. Bunny, go anywhere in the warm zone. So the cold snaps are slowly ending. And as they recede, that would usher in the victory. See to keep. Thank you for the cheer. Yeah, it's finally warming up. I mean, I'm still blue. It's still pretty cold. Still negative 200 Fahrenheit. Now, of course, RimWorld doesn't emulate, like, water freezing. That's always a question. Believe it or not, the coldest lake in the world does stay frozen to about negative 50 or 60 Fahrenheit. But obviously, at these temperatures, that's not true at all. Because the lake is super salty. So the lake is nearly antifreeze. No, not Lake Baikal. It's a lake in the Antarctic. But like called the Don Juan or Don Juan Pond. It has a salinity of about 40%, which means it stays frozen to like negative 60 Fahrenheit, which is pretty nuts. But the Dead Sea would probably stay frozen to like negative 25 Fahrenheit or something like that. What temp would the Dead Sea freeze at? Negative 21 Celsius. Because of its salinity content. Oh, another raid! Yeah. Oh, you know what? This is a bit of a problem. They don't have a valid path. So I'll give them one. But I think the environment will take care of them. So you'll see what happens when you don't have a valid path. All these guys are just going to start bashing random walls. But hopefully they succumb to hypothermia before they actually destroy anything. And I don't see them attacking anything. I mean, they're destroying some things that I would not want them to. But they're all frozen and dead now. So there's some walls out there we're going to need to replace. But it's fine. And now the valid path is going to remain open at this point. So we avoid that. A lake in Antarctica, what a beautiful place. Yeah. Well, I suppose that the theory is if it's in it, I don't know why it's so salty, but like maybe it's so salty because it's somewhere frozen. Oh, thank you for the recheer. And we have 3 cold snaps, which should recede sometime around the scheduled end of the stream. I timed it perfectly. Can I start reactor raids just for fun? I can't. Ship reactor is not a billable thing. Thank you for the bit bombing. All right, we're down to 2 cold snaps. Don't get arthritis from all this bit bombing. 1 cold snap. Yeah, water expels salt when freezing, something like that, and maybe just like there was a constant collection of salt or something. I don't know. The untouchable base. Well, thank you for the cheers, guys. I think our people have survived the worst of it. And our atomic reactor is here to support us from here on out. Oh, hello. It's cold, but it's not like they're gonna insta-freeze to death cold. So I think we're gonna get another case of our turrets gonna get some action here. Did rice rot away? Maybe. I don't know where the rice would be for it to rot. Alright, so the traps are set. I'll get the turrets on to try to force them into cover in advance. They did have... Oh, there goes one. Roof collapse. So Fox Knox. Is it just Fox Knox? No, there's one more. In here. Macy and Fox Knox. Got it. So I'll keep an eye on these two to try to stop them from using their doom levels. Another roof collapse? Yeah, come on, take cover, take cover. There's so many of you. This is a big raid. We're punching holes in the wall now. Damn. Alright. Open. Close. And let's line people up on the actual cover. Ooh, medical treatment. Madsen got clipped. How? Oh, I'm sure he took off his shield belt because I cleared forest. So that's 100% my fault. Alright, taking a look at their peeps. Macy is aiming at us. I think it's probably too late to shut things down. What about Fox Knox? Fox Knox is out. No, Macy is not aiming at us. Let's turn things back on. Nope, Macy's aiming at us now. I'm going to keep it active because she's already aiming. I'm not going to be able to stop her. She didn't manage to take out an autocannon turret, but I'm going to shut this turret down because it's damaged. This is a crazy fight. And Fishpick's just chilling over here going, hey, I'm a target, guys. Yo, don't be... Okay, I'm turning that off. Losers throwing grenades at this thing. Oh, shoot. They opened up a valid path to the turrets. I'm going to turn the turret back on because they can walk in through here. Oh, they broke this wall here too. They're fleeing. So yeah, we need to ruggedize some of the defenses for plasteel. I put some plasteel walls down, but obviously it wasn't enough because they broke through some sections. So these walls can be plasteel, and then these walls can be plasteel as well. But all in all, given the like massively overwhelming numbers that we were facing, that went pretty well. And we didn't even lose any turrets. Just some critical wall sections. Uh, 105. Well, some of them are siege. It's like 80 enemies. Pretty crazy. Oh, sorry, Madsen. So, still rendering some repairs as a result of the no valid path. But it's not so bad. Looking the iron drills off, because I think we have enough iron down there. And we're just waiting on some barrel reloading and wall repairs. To that end, I'll have Madsen destroy... These walls are probably okay. I don't imagine those walls take a lot of heat. But getting some of the weak point walls up to plasteel. Oh, rice in the bedroom is running. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Because Tacos has like free reign to the base, I don't really need the rice in the bedroom anymore. Anyway. Good call. I was wondering about that rotted rice. Now it makes a lot more sense. Alright. Dead on the map tile. Yeah, something like 100. I know it wasn't exactly reactor raid, but it sure felt like it. Especially given the quality and quantity of the enemies that we were facing. But I must say, Operation Autocannon definitely was helping us out in a big way. Cheers. Uh-oh, yeah, that's an unintended consequence. It's too late now, but our Ambrosia is now getting heated up to the point where it goes kaput. Oh well, the Ambrosia's gone. When we get Ambrosia? We got Ambrosia from Raiders having it. There's not really a way to, like, tell the game to not give it Raiders drugs that don't make sense. So I get, like, it doesn't make sense that the Raiders would have Ambrosia, because where are they getting it from? But that's just limitations of RimWorld engine. Yeah, in this scenario, having warmth is a problem. It feels like success. You're not wrong. Mads and Rogi and Aslotus just got the flu. Bummer. But at least we have a hospital to take care of it. And I think from here, I am going to change the storyteller setting to peaceful. The reason being, we have won as far as I'm concerned. And now it's just a little bit of the cleanup. This is our victory lap. Oops. He got a little too fired up for the victory lap. Alright, some of these things are a little dangerous. Oh, Jesus. I said dangerous. I didn't realize it was going to explode that quickly. They were just ready to go. That'd be a hell of a way to lose a colonist. So, how'd that one die? Oh, you know, just cleaning. Knowing me, it's entirely possible. Well, the good news is the core of our base is now tempered again. It is September, and it's still negative 110 out. But the base is getting cleaner. The corpses are getting tidier. And our victory lap is all but ensured, given that I just told Randy to chill. Look, replacing Ambrosia? Yeah, 5 of them. How that one died, punch a mortar shell? That is a story as old as time, honestly. That happens, like... So if you're wondering, as far as the game mechanics go, when you have a psychotic break, what you try to do is you try to punch something valuable. And a giant stack of shells is valuable. So you can avoid punching shells for a tantrum, for a targeted tantrum. So the random tantrum of like punching random things, there's multiple types of tantrums. There's punching random things, there's punching things in your room, and then there's punching something valuable. And to avoid the whole punching shells as a value, you can try to set it up so that you only have like one shell in a stack at a time. It's kind of annoying to do. It's really not easy to do, but like that would avoid at least the value shell punching. But that's only a third of the types of punching that can happen, so it's, I would argue, not worth trying to avoid it in that way. Ouch. Sorry, Bangface. Case of wrong place, wrong time. Set your face on fire. Hey, look, it's Flameface. Madsen, you shouldn't be out of bed. Extreme hypothermia treatment? True, yeah. It's just an experimental hypothermia treatment. I invented it. It's called death by temperature. That's another funny thing about RimWorld is you can absolutely have both hypothermia and heat stroke at the same time. They're not mutually exclusive. So if you go from a really cold environment to a really hot environment, yeah, you got a double dipping of health conditions. And it's not fun. And it also happened a lot in Wendigos because I used fire traps in Wendigos, so they'd be frozen from the environment coming in and then enter the flame trap and then be heat stroked. That's true IRL too? I guess. It'd be really hard to accomplish in real life though. Because our body temperature, we, as warm-blooded, regulate our body temperature pretty decently. So it's hard to suffer from those swings. But it'd be possible, I guess, to like jump in freezing cold water and then go into a sauna or something. You'd really have to be trying. All right, there is no dead on the map tile. And I think once Rogi and Aslotus recover from the flu, we'll call that a victory. It's a lot of people ended up dying in this run, more than most of my runs. If we take a look at the graph for population, you can see we lost 5, 6, 7 out of our total. I think we were at 18. Oh, that's a good win condition. Little marriage between the people with the fever, with the flu. I've heard of shotgun weddings, but I haven't heard of like IV weddings, hospital bed weddings. I bet that's a thing. For like insurance reasons, like health insurance, and maybe here in America where like health insurance is so obnoxious. Like, all right, let's get married because I'm hospitalized and I need help. First world country. Bah. Sidewolf Reaper, thank you for the resub. Oh, that is not a, nope, don't do that. You've heard of divorce in the US because they didn't want to settle the debt? Yeah, well, there's a lot of cases where, if you're on, medical disability, you don't end up getting married because the amount of income to qualify for disability benefits when you're single versus when you're married. I don't know the exact numbers, but let's say it's like less than 10,000 if you're single and then like 14,000 if you're married. A lot of people that have medical disabilities won't end up getting married because they'll be above that threshold, but the threshold is not like a livable wage. You can't survive on it. So you have a lot of people that with disabilities not getting married for that reason, which is really stupid. And I am plenty happy for my tax dollars to go to people that, you know, have medical disabilities. So it's like, support them, come on, and allow them to marry. It's inhumane, but I don't make the laws. I might vote for them, but I don't make them. All right, Lotus, you're really dragging your feet on the last lap of of success here. But my fellow stalwarts and pilgrims, this is the end of the story. Sitting with an atomic ark, supplying really, truly all the power we could ever need, depending on its uranium load. And our colony warm, safe, secure, and a pillar of success against both the environment and the deluge of raids. And this, friends, is where I am going to leave off, having ended the series. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Frostwardens, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Frostwardens.